got a bigger thing question for you. I'm sure there's some viewers watching right now, Gene, and they're wondering, should I rent or should I buy? What is the smart way to think through that financial decision, Gene?
I'm a big fan of home ownership. I love the idea that when you get to the end of the road and you get to retirement, you will have something close to a paid off mortgage that provides you with another stash of cash that you can use for living expenses or other expenses in retirement. But you don't want to buy unless you know that you're going to be in that home for at least 5, maybe even 7 years. You want to make sure that you've got enough time to absorb the cost of a move, that you've got enough time to make the transaction work for you. And if you believe that you'll be moving within that window, renting can make sense. Renting can also make sense depending on where you're living, the housing stock in that area. It's a really tight housing market right now, and renting does economically look as if it's a better deal in some scenarios.
Gene, I'm sure there's some folks watching right now, and they want to buy a home. Right now,
Yeah.
it's not realistic, but that's the dream. Long term, Gene, what are some smart, but also realistic tips to save for that dream? And are there also, Gene, programs that maybe you can tap into and leverage for that?
Yeah, 100%. So the only way to save successfully in my book is to save automatically. You set up a separate account for this down payment. You move money into it every single time you get paid. You bank your windfalls if you get a tax refund, if you get a bonus, if you get money at the holidays. Just move that money into that account and start watching it grow. Put it in a high yield savings account so that it is working for you at least a little bit. And then start exploring the first time homebuyer programs in your area. Many states have programs. The FHA has programs. The VA has programs. There is a lot of money out there that goes untapped for first-time home buyers because they don't understand that they may be eligible for down payment assistance, for lower interest rate loans, and for a lot of other things that can help them get into that first home. The government is in favor of home ownership. That's something that we clearly heard and will continue to hear. But some of these resources are just far too unexplored right now.